about us? What about everything we've been through? And what about. Okay, y'all, I don't know why that song just popped up in my head just now, like a few minutes ago. It's probably a channel song from somebody when you're still delusional. Anyways, this video is gonna have two topics, okay? One is a message from the Most High that I feel like you need to hear, and the other one is the overall message of this video, okay? Because one thing about it, we need to start letting people play the roles that they need to play in our lives, okay? Sometimes we come across a lot of people that we're like, damn, why did I bring this kind of person, this type of person in my reality, right? It's a lesson that probably your soul did it to learn. Your higher self knows, okay, the lessons that you need. The universe has your fears, your triggers registered already. That's why like when you face something outside in the external, you're like, dang, not this again, or dang, I know this is one thing that I fucking hate, or da da da. Like you already know the emotions that resurface, that little anxiety, this and that. It already knows. So once you become aware, but not only aware, you master the lesson, it's gonna stop appearing, okay? Or maybe it's going to continue to appear, but like you're gonna be able to handle it in a wiser way, okay? So for example, I always love to bring this example because this better be on. Um I always love to bring this example because it's very common in the spiritual journey, but also like with a lot of people, right? The battle I call it the battle between narcissistic people and empaths, okay? So if you're an empath, if you still have not mastered boundaries, if you still have not mastered your self respect, if you still do not know how to walk out on situations and people and things that you know are not right for you, are not the best for you, they're draining your soul, you're going to continue to come across those kind of people. Like you go get stepped on and stepped on and stepped on and stepped on, and you cannot get mad at what you're tolerating. That's why I made that good example of Blueface and the people that he's dealing with, like the girls that he's dealing with. I don't feel bad about them, honey. At one point, yeah, you can, but it's like he literally told them once, "You're in my vicinity. You're in my space. The only thing that will make the connection, break, is if you walk out," which they are most likely not going to do because it's a karmic relationship. You see the codependency, like motherfuckers are not strong enough to be like, you know what, um like, bro, if I no shade, but if I had a kid, even though I'm like, damn, I have no like, maybe I have no place to go. I'm gonna be delusional and have faith that I'm doing the right thing and I'm going to be provided and looked out for. But I'm not staying with vampire ass, narcissistic ass energy. But I am not staying with vampire ass, narcissistic ass energy. I'm not playing with that because I know this is all about this realm. It's all about learning lessons. It's all about you mastering your soul lessons. That's how you level up spiritually. So, so that's why I love to give that example because it's the easiest one. A lot of people still come across, if you have that people pleasing tendencies, like you need to stop giving a fuck. And I'm not gonna lie, it got me to a point, like God has been working in my spirit to get to this point where I'm like, I'm very much this person the other day called me, "You're very indifferent, Danny." Which I can come off now as detached, as just a very detached person. But honestly, I'm just putting my focus on things that actually matter, that I actually want in my life matter, and I actually want to put my focus on because energy and where your attention flows is everything. It was gonna make you make 99% of your mother freaking life at the end of the day. Like whatever I'm focusing on for today is whatever I'm energetically investing myself in. If you don't want your energy drained, then don't let the things that don't matter harvest it, right? Like fucking arguing online that people sometimes want to do with me. I'm like, bro, I'm good with the engagement. Like, speak your mind and speak your opinion because that's what my videos are for. Like, that's why they're public. I know they're public. I know I'm putting myself publicly for people to comment and say whatever they want. Like, I know people are not gonna like it sometimes. I know they're gonna disagree. I know people are not gonna like it sometimes. I know people are gonna disagree. Whoop de doo, whatever, right? But like I said, when it comes to people playing the roles and you sometimes not liking how a person is acting towards you, you cannot control the other person. Okay, you can only control yourself. You either tolerate it or you exit. That's it's you got options. You got options yourself. You got to see them. Back again with the message from the Most High. I feel like a lot of us are now being pushed into being out there. Okay, God is calling you in the front lines. God wants you to be seen. God wants you to be more expressive. God wants you to show up more authentically yourself to the world, not only to yourself. Okay, because sometimes we be gatekeeping each other. I be gatekeeping myself. Okay, I truly believe, and I've been complimented on, but I truly believe, like I truly know, not I believe, but I know, I have a dope ass personality. You know, I be gatekeeping my personality because I just you see, a motherfucker's gonna think, damn, she thinks y'all that. That's why she does that. No, honestly, I be clicking only with a few, like just a few people that I really be connecting, and I look at the mind always. I look at the mind, the emotional intelligence that people carry is everything. A person already embodying that emotional intelligence is everything. Already knowing, like, you know, a person already embodying emotional intelligence, especially nowadays, is everything, right? So everybody, we're all learning at our own pace different things. I feel like, but that's why sometimes online, I feel like, and that's why I love when my friends like. I love to support my friends, and I love whenever I market. I help promote, I help share. I help to share my friends' businesses or like whatever they're doing, whatever they're putting their creativity and energy on. Like, if it's good for the good impact, because I'm not gonna lie, if I don't like what you're promoting in your stuff, I'm probably not gonna share it. Like, no shade, but I'm probably not. Like, I'm here to impact humanity in a more helpful way. So if you're doing whatever, if you're investing in yourself and you're like putting energy towards, something that is not only healing for yourself, but also it's going to be healing for humanity, then I'm all for it. So I feel like God is calling all of us to build our personal brands. If you right now, you don't know what the fuck am I doing with my life? What should I do? Share more of yourself online. That's what makes you connect with more like minded people, with what I like to call your soul tribe. And also, I feel like that just shows us more as humans, you know? A lot of people sometimes like to I'm gonna get to a point where I'm perfect and I have it all together and everything. Unless people sometimes they're reaching the top or like the finish line, that's when they get comfortable in sharing, okay, this is my progress. Like, I'm up now, guys. And they like to announce it. No, show people your raw, true, authentic self. And I feel like that's more genuine and that's more honest and that's better. Like, God is pushing me to continuing to share more online. And I don't know why. Okay, I don't know why. But I be feeling like Jonah when it comes to me putting myself online. I know, like, I made a video about your anointing, right? Like, we're all spiritually gifted. And there are spaces that a lot of people already are meant to be on because God knows God made you for that space. As opposed to other people who are going to be trying, you're going to be excelling in that space because you're meant for it. Okay, that's what your soul came to do in a way, like being those kind of spaces. For example, if you already know you're good at talking to people or like you're gifted in, you know, it's something that's already in you, maybe doing business, your spirit already feels a pull towards it. Then it's like 9 times out of 10, you're going to, if you were to walk into that space, you're going to excel in that avenue. So you gotta. That's why I tell people, be aware of your gifts and what God has instilled within you, so you can know, hey, not fast, okay, but know already, hey, this is where I'm dominating that space. Like, I know with my personality and the things that I already know, like I'm very good at dominating the online space, but I ran from it because I don't really be like, I like to be private. I like to, y'all, a little bit of honesty. I ran from basically really, really being serious in this space, in the creative space, just because number one, I know that it's kind of like a responsibility, okay? Like I don't know about you, maybe it's the empath in me, but I'm a person that I feel like the things that you say, what you do, how you appear online, it really does affect the people that are watching. The comments that you do, like whatever you say, people really do take it in. And you don't know who really gets inspired by you. You don't know who really be watching you and be like studying you, um, but not in a negative way. Because there are people that be studying you to try to copy you and be you. That's freaking weird. You're never gonna be that person. First of all, if you come online and you try to search people, oh, I'm gonna be just like them and I'm gonna copy everything they do. You're never gonna be that. You're not gonna be that. That's weird as fuck too. Um, so no. Only if you're getting inspired, that's good. I know that this is like I can really dominate the space, but I'm like this is responsibility, and people don't know how much they impact one another whenever they just show up online. Because a lot of us are online, a lot of us are on our phones. Social media, it's huge, and it's going to continue to. I feel like be huge still. Like look at all the AI stuff they're already creating. Okay, so if you're able to build your personal brand, right, from you, which is more authentic, because we're getting into a space, which I know you heard about the new earth and all these things, but we're moving into a space where it's about you being more of yourself. No ego, no mask, just you, just being your raw self. Okay, and I've been going through a lot of ego deaths to get to this point because I did used to give a lot of fucks. I'm not gonna lie. Like if I were to show up in the past with my hair just like this and just this, I would have to be like, no, I have to have this type of shirt on and I have to look a certain way and my makeup has to be really, really done and all this perfect. Like F that, you know? I'm just here to that's the contracts that some people are meant to bring in this round, you know? That's what I'll be saying, like homeless people, they're already out the motherfucking matrix. If they were to reprogram their subconscious minds and get into alignment, um, then they would be ahead of a lot of us. They be having some pretty interesting answers and topics. I've spoken to some in the past. So yeah, y'all, build your personal brand, expand your gifts, do it for you. And also, when you go and do this, this will get you back into the main character energy. Because when you're aware that you're putting your gift, right, in something that exercising your gifts and you're doing something that you feel confident and you're good at it, right? Um and you're putting this energy on you instead of like doom scrolling and consumed by other people's crap and life and even the negative news that sometimes we see and all this, like you're getting that Kanye side out. You're getting that Kanye side out. So yeah, I recommend everybody um to start to build your personal brand. Okay, like I just love. I wish a lot of people would be tapping more into their creative side because it comes from within. It comes from you. Everything people say, especially when people do music. I know that when I do or when I'm writing and then I want to turn it into a song or whatnot, like this is coming from me and my experiences. Like I'm not copying nobody else. Like this is this is really dead, y'all. This is real. This is me, right? Period. Okay. The announcement. Now I'm gonna say that was just the announcement for the collective. Now let's get back to the overall topic of this video that I literally kind of explained it earlier. Let people play the role that they need to play in your life, and you master the lesson. You use the external reality to your advantage. You use the people to your advantage. I'm not talking. Okay. When I say use the people, I'm not meaning like use them like, drain them and be a vampire. No. Whatever they're showing you and they're reflecting back to you, if you don't like it, but you can't control the other person, but you can control yourself, use it to your advantage. Like, what are they teaching me right now? What is something that they're even strengthening me on? You know what I'm saying? Have you ever come across, people that were very more like tough spirit kind of, you know what I'm saying? Like, for example, when I used to be more sensitive, like way more sensitive in the past, I'm still a sensitive soul, but like I would come across like tough people, like, like tough motherfuckers in spirit, you know what I'm saying? Like those, like, they don't give a fuck what they say. They'll say like blunt stuff that sometimes you be like, dang, like that was not nice. Like, things like that. So I've gotten used to that polarity already. Like, there's so much polarity in this world. So I gotten used to those type of people that, I've been friends with people like that, and they're like, damn, people think I'm mean, people think I'm a bitch, people think I'm like, and I'm like, no, that's just your personality, that's just your character. And some people, when you come across, they're gonna need that. They're gonna need that version of you. They're gonna need you in their lives, you know. That's why I said empath with narcissistic people. Like, you're gonna need a narcissistic people until you master the lesson. Goodbye. Um, or you're going to need people that betray you sometimes so you can learn to increase and use more of your discernment. My bad, you. I'm still a little bit sick. In the past, I would hate the mirror. Like, some of y'all right now are dealing with people that sometimes, man, I fucking hate. You know what I'm saying? But trust me, how we say this, there's always something that got you guys or a group of people in alignment with one another. There's always something. So don't hate the mirror, because they are still a reflection of you. They're still you in another dimension, right? Like, for example, just because I stopped smoking weed, just because I stopped doing certain things, does not mean that when I come across somebody that does that, I'm gonna belittle them. I'm gonna shame them. No. Am I gonna be sticking around them for too long? Are we gonna be besties? Probably not, because they're engaging in things that my past self, used to do. And this version, this identity does not do that, right? So if you're moving more towards a confident self, like, sometimes the mismatch with people is gonna happen. Or sometimes the universe will bring in people as a test. Like, oh, you think you on a new frequency, you on a new timeline? Let's test that. Let's test that. Let's test your choices. A lot of people say that before their breakthrough, before their quantum leap, like, they get tested the most. And 99% of the people be failing it. So I'm a person that once I'm done with something, I'm completely done. Like, I'm trying to move forward from it. So I'm rebuking a lot of things, blocking a lot of things. Because I'm like, I'm out with the BS, bro. I'm out with the BS. This probably like gotta literally put me in my celibate single era, because in the past, my exes, I know they were karmics. I was in karmic connections, except for one. One was my twin flame, and y'all motherfuckers, I'm probably gonna expand on the twin flame journey, because a lot of people shit on it and shame it, and it's like, I'd be like, I have a whole account dedicated to it, and I'm like, this is how I learned about inner child healing and attachment styles and a lot of things from that journey. So yes, the journey is not cute, it's not pretty, it's pretty, it's it's that kind of thing of like, you don't want to be on it, you know. But I am on the twin flame journey. That's a fun fact about me if you didn't know. But I met my twin flame, and then I met karmics, and I'm like, I can easily spot a karmic from a mile away. Before you enter my energetic field, I can spot your ass. And I promise you, we just probably gonna exchange a few words, because that is a test, and then we just not gonna talk anymore. Because I can already tell the intentions, the kind of mindset that you might be carrying around you and you think I'm just, this little bunny hopping around like, oh, innocent, and I'm really turning into a fucking lion. That's why I tell people like while you're healing, 9 times out of 10, the people you're going to come across are karmics. Okay, I do believe in divine counterparts, divine unions that the Most High has ordained. So once you master some lessons and you more with connected with yourself, you have inner union with yourself. That's my idea. Then the person that is your counterpart is gonna come along, and you know you're not gonna have to chase people or look for people or go on this dating apps for love. Like it's not gonna be necessary. But stop, like I said, stop hating the mirror that people are reflecting back to you, right? Like I said, we get mad at this person, but now the way that I cope with things that I don't like in a person sometimes, or I come across people like sometimes that are like, oh my God, you're so like this, you're so that. For example, if a person's not all happy or like they're very grumpy or like they're very feisty, whatever it is, or more so in a negative spectrum, spectrum, I'd be like, you know what? Sometimes that be me on some days. Like I cannot, you know what I'm saying? like like the example that I gave, that was a version of myself that did those things in the past. So I cannot shame a person for doing that. So yeah, yeah, that's the tea. I don't want to make this I don't want to make this video too long. But I hope you guys like this video, found some wisdom, knowledge, message that you needed to hear. And I'll see you guys on my next